There we go. That's better when I turn my mic on. A little bit better. Now I get to hear me. Welcome. Hello, Tuesday evening. Hello, everybody. We're going to go one more time with Henry. And I can't even remember where he was at. It's only been a few days. It's time to get caught up. Advance the narrative, as it were. Do a little recap off the top. Last stream, pretty sure last stream is when we broke our friend Hans, Sir Hans, out of his imprisonment with some sneaky sneaking. Hey, Cat Daddy, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so we've as quickly as we reunited with Hans, we're back on our own again. Yeah, I'm loving it, man. This is a good time. It's very well thought through, and oh, okay.
God bless.
Let me check to see where I am. Okay, yeah. I'm remembering things now. I don't remember this part. When did I do this? Oh yeah, that guy. Okay, I talked to a knight just outside of the inn. Have to help, and I agreed to help him out. And then we got the Dragon Slayer, Dragon Bones adventure. It's Noah, right? Make sure I get your name right. I'm pretty sure I've heard Maz say your name a few times. Just want to make sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. You went nuts on a town, and what did that do to his reputation? Maybe it just was just for that one village or whatever. But you went all in on that one. Okay, so there wasn't any sort of resounding effects from it when he traveled elsewhere. I guess if you kill everyone, you're not really too worried about your reputation at that point. I haven't tried that one yet. It's been very interesting trying to figure out my way through game mechanics and all the various requirements and the storyline and trying to figure out the best tactics to play within game. But yeah, I've been loving all of it. So you haven't seen this yet? Yeah, that's Gutenberg. So we just sprung Sir Hans out of Malashov. He was in this castle. We had to sneak our way in and spring him, and he went a different way. He went a different direction, and Henry's back in Gutenberg and is supposed to listen to the little Rapunzel. There's very little killing in the freeing of Hans. I think it was just one person. I had to knock out one of the ladies who had all the keys. I shouldn't tell you this if you haven't played it this far, so apologies for spoilers. But yeah, I only had to have one fight, and then we jumped on horses, then we're away. So it worked out pretty well. Okay, yeah, I guess if you're watching, you're kind of accepting some spoiler risk. So at this point, Henry has to play the role of waiter to get into a city council meeting over here and to get information from King Sigismund's speech that he's supposed to be delivering soon. So he managed to do that. I'm trying to hydrate at the same time here. My throat has been dry all week. So, just 1 second, I have to cough. That's a little better. So I'm working this part of town on the east side. Try to pick up waiter's clothing. There's someone who I met whose son is acting as waiter at this event, so to meet up with him and see where we go from there, I guess. One thing I was confused by is there's people that will likely be at this event who would recognize Henry. Some of the evil dudes that we've run into so far. Maybe they won't expect to see him dressed up as a waiter, but they probably know his face. And one of the scenes when Henry was sneaking into, yeah, that's, I haven't used poison much or at all yet lately, but when we were sneaking in to Malashov Castle, we encountered a couple of the von Berghoff and the other von Markart, von Markfart. I'm working on my German and Czech names, but as well as one of the guys who had, I guess, a bit of a relationship with one of the other guys that Henry had to murder to escape from the first castle. So that guy was very angry and killed his dog in a very kind of brutal scene that I wasn't expecting. Out of anger, out of rage. So he's got it in for Henry now. He's going to take out. Oh yeah. I know who you mean. That was a whole. There had to be like 30 people there. If I'm thinking the same one that you are. So Henry's got some kind of foreshadowing to a big battle with this guy who got very angry about his friend being killed. But why is Henry not in trouble? So we need to find the waiter's clothing in here. We have to meet up with him somewhere. I haven't found him yet. It doesn't really give a time of day when he's supposed to be at this location. I don't know what he looks like or his name. So kind of hopefully it'll be painfully obvious when he gets there, but I kind of have to wander around this market area. What time of day is it? It's late in the day too. I don't know if I have to time it properly or how it works, but I'm gonna have to hang out down here and see what I can find. But they're just starting to close down the market stalls when I finished up the last stream.
Did you hear Dirk Stallion is shaving Naz's old woman?
What?
If you know it, then so does half the town. And
that
that goes for Councilman Naz as well.
Of course he knows.
They're just doing
He's the
gossip.
one sending him there. What are you talking about?
Sometimes the gossip's actually useful. Sometimes it's just gossip about people I don't know. Everyone looks like they're drunk right now too. Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know who I'm looking for, but just have to keep looking at people. Beggar? No, that's not the one. Closing up shop. Guard. That guy. Miller? Oh, it's a hired hand. Horseradish. Yeah, I'll pass. Oh, maybe he knows something. No, he just wants to trade. Yeah, but I've been really enjoying like the whole. They went the deep dive into history and did great research on all this stuff to make it feel. To bring it all to life, really. So, townsman. That guy. Oh, there's her. Trader. Townsman. They dry under here for a minute. Check one more time here. Yeah. Pass my need a okay, front hold down. I think that's the name of the guy I'm looking for. Guy named Fronta. Maybe he's getting off work now. Maybe he's going to. Oh, it's his father did say he goes to a tavern around here, so maybe that's where I should hang my hat for a bit. But he could be like around any pillar here, just kind of leaning on it like that guy was. How you doing? So this is a tavern, I believe. Is that? Oh, that's a girl. Yeah, what's this one called? Devil's Noose? Hangman's Halter, okay. So I'm kind of outside of the zone now, though, now, so. Kind of hang out around here for a little while. The awkward stranger in the middle of the crowd.
Good day to you.
Is that guy? No. Thunderstorm coming in. Have you made it past the first map, Noah?
Last chance. Fine wares.
I kind of thought I'd be able to go back to the first map, but apparently, well, maybe you can. I just haven't tried. But there's thunder's loud. There's so much to do on the second map, and the yeah, I'll show the. You still have all the tasks that you had from the previous map. So they're still here, but they're, of course, because you're on a different map, they're not active. But so I don't know if you can go back to them or not at some point. Armor Smith? Might be good to talk to anyway.
Axes, hands, nails. Take your pick. All quality wares.
Axes or nails. And or nails. Okay. So he's got shields galore. Yeah, I'm doing pretty. I actually wouldn't mind picking up one of these kits. Somewhere I've got some stolen goods too that I have to try to. I think over time, the stolen indicator slowly dissipates, and you're free again to sell it or wear it without drawing attention of the guards. But for now, I can't use them, and it's pretty good armor too. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. Just the stuff I'm wearing. I'll just buy that. My reputation's fairly low here. I'll do a little haggling.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure.
Just helps
Why not?
reputation usually.
Is this enough?
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost.
Alright.
Aye. You'll convince me with that price. Thank you.
Cool.
And a good day to you, friend.
So I managed to make a few groschen by, I think I found some treasures in different places.
Delicious pears. We're closing.
Okay, you're closing, Sadler. That guy's a guard.
Fruit pie.
Oh, maybe here.
Hail Mary.
Rain or shine.
Full of grace.
Wares are fine.
That's just a laborer. Another laborer. Okay. I don't know. I think I just have to do circles for a while.
How's your husband? Is he better?
He's over the worst, thank God.
Good to hear. He looked like he had one foot in the grave not long ago.
Aye, but now it's like he's been left off the
At
leash.
least the rain stopped.
His appetite back, has he?
And how? Meatloaf.
I don't know what to do if this guy doesn't show up. Maybe I'll have to be here first thing in the morning. Go do some other things next. Where did I have to go for these ones? Okay, I'll go with the big map. That's way over here, okay. Oh, that's at that. This is at the army camp too, so I don't even know if I should be there because we're technically fighting against these guys. Sounds risky, but I can try it. I can always restart. Okay, man. Enjoy your food. I just ate myself, so I am full. Try going to the Saints' Den, I guess. Yeah, I might have to go on the road.
The Lord be with you. Last chance.
Be nice if people would have told me a time of day. Do one more look. He's leaving. And the night shift comes on.
Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till St. Wenceslas.
Just imagine.
And they don't
The other
collect
day,
tithes
I was
before then.
standing in the yard.
You're right,
When
but
I saw this
promised myself I
cloud in the
wouldn't
sky.
leave it to the last moment.
The cloud looked just like you.
Well,
A fine day. Fine weather. Come and take your pick.
The Lord be with you.
And the rain's back. Yeah, maybe I'll try first thing in the morning and I'll go. What's sitting here?
Guten Tag, mein Freund.
Oh, a German guy.
Regen, oder?
Master Peter Mannlicher. What's he doing? Looks like weapons. Yep. All kinds of fun weapons in here. Maz! I'm not on a horse. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, get some recipes for weapons. I will be later though, it's only a matter of time in this game. Some interesting weapons in here, but nothing that I really need. This guy's gonna be mad at me for not buying anything. He'll buy a blacksmith's kit just to earn a little rep with him.
worried about the price.
Warum nicht?
How you doing, Maz? You having a good day?
Do we have a deal?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal.
A little bit more, eh? I'll deal with that.
Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price.
Vielen Dank.
Sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Bis später. Oh, it's nighttime. So I'm trying to find a guide and use his clothes as a disguise.
Jesus Christ be praised.
That's my current task. Henry's supposed to be a waiter to get into this event. You playing anything tonight, Maz? Or maybe you have been. Check these ladies out over here.
All around the Sechsstädtebund.
The sex what?
Der Sechsstädtebund. The Lusatian League, Görlitz, Kamenz, and the rest of them.
It must have been wonderful to see so many towns.
It
Heard.
wasn't bad. Prague and Wien are nice.
Oh, that light again. Put my torch away. Elden Ring. Oh, you're doing off stream. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of tired too, but I thought I would do a little bit. Been a long 2 days already. Did you play any Elden Ring last night after the PUBG? It was fun to watch.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give up this guy until the morning. I said this a few times already. That guy. Shade up
Of all colors.
a little bit.
Yellow and red.
I'm sorry.
I like that voice.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
All right, we're gonna go look somewhere else and try this in the morning. But where? We're in the big town of Kuttenberg on the east side. And yeah, we're trying to make our way into a city council meeting where the King Sigismund is going to be delivering a speech, and we're supposed to be, or some sort of update for the city council, and we're going to be there to overhear it, kind of spy-like. And we need to get some waiters close so we aren't overly conspicuous going in as a knight. I'm pretty sure they would recognize me anyway, as I was just saying a little earlier, but this might be enough of a disguise. Maybe I can borrow one of your mustaches, Maz. That might do it. I can go. I can try this other side quest, I guess, which I think I have to sneak into. Yeah, there's rival mining groups that basically have to steal their team colors and go back to the other side. So to go to the Saints' Den, they say. Which isn't far away. We'll have a look. A little bit further.
Hail Mary.
All the shops are closing up for the day.
I apologize.
Where are you? Oh, you're right there. Apology accepted. I stopped short. Yeah, so I just go south of here and try to get into, I think, their clubhouse, basically. I'll see what I find there. A bit of side mischief. Looks like it might be it right there.
Praise God.
That was good to chat with the innkeeper.
Herzlich willkommen.
Oh, the German. Yeah, I'll get an update.
What's new around here?
Nicht viel. If you need Geschäft, you should look elsewhere.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what Geschäft means.
I'll have a beer.
Yeah, I don't need anything else. I might need a room from him. Eventually. Oh. The back room. Make sure this is the right place before I start stealing stuff. Yeah, that's the one. I'm in the den.
My God, what's taking so long?
So this is like a miner's,
God bless you.
what would it call it? Fraternity, maybe, of some sort. At least kind of following me along, isn't he? Hard hand. Townsman. Conrad the Kite. Did I see him before? Who are you talking to? Oh, they're leaving. Or shifting tables. Okay.
I almost done.
And talk to Conrad. No, he's not talking to me. Everyone's headed home, I guess.
You.
Slow shuffle. who he is.
Good evening, my friend. What do you need?
Okay, this could be another side quest coming up.
Excuse me, but I see you're reading. You must be a learned scholar, most likely an alchemist, are you not?
Oh, what times we live in. A man pulls out a book and is immediately the center of interest. This wouldn't have happened during the times of the ancient Romans. But no, my friend, I'm neither an alchemist nor a scholar. Or actually, I am a bit of the latter. I used to be the high scribe here, but that was a long time ago. An entire human life.
And what do you do now? Do you while away the time reading books? That's quite an expensive hobby.
Yes, it certainly is. Fortunately, I have access to several monastery libraries. Nevertheless, I spend my time writing rather than reading.
Here in Kuttenberg?
And why not? Is it forbidden, perchance?
No. I just thought that's what the monasteries are for.
Certainly, but we are living in revolutionary times, and we also need to record things both simple and legal. As I say, let us learn humility and live in the truth of God. But let us not condemn ourselves to foolish ignorance for this reason.
If you were a high scribe, you probably lived your entire life here in Kuttenberg, haven't you?
Oh, not at all. I was fortunate enough to have traveled the world over and to have served several bishops. In fact, I was also a notary for our good Emperor Charles, may God give him eternal glory. I have only recently returned here to the city, for I have an important and very difficult task here.
Go on.
And what is your task here? I presume it's to write a book about the city.
Actually, that's correct. About this town, about the people who live here, and especially about mining. But I'm not interested in the extraction methods, but rather in the legal framework of the entire matter, if you understand me.
Perhaps.
In short, I'm perceptive to the legal standards, regulations, and laws. I would like to write a book about it all.
Something like a mining legal code?
Yes and no. The legal code as such has long existed. I'm aiming more at its reform. I would like to complete the work entrusted to me by the councillors of the mining city of Yiklava. If I succeed, I will have created an entirely unique codex.
If you succeed? You don't know for sure?
Nothing is ever certain, but I firmly believe I shall. After all, I have God's eye looking over me, and this town surrounding me. It truly helps me to walk through the streets of my youth.
Interesting. Got some. This guy may be useful and or entertaining in the future. So yeah, the mining around here is mostly silver mines, which explains sort of the power structure of the area, because it's used in the money, in the currency for the area, and part of the reason why King Sigismund has been raiding everything and claiming them for his own, just to help pay for his troops mostly, but also controlling the mines as a way of controlling the area and funding future endeavors as well. So I'll share my little history with this guy.
I recently investigated the theft of silver in Horsham. Perhaps you heard something about it.
Interesting. So far, I've not heard anything of the sort. Did someone really steal silver?
Aye, but I probably shouldn't talk about it much.
So why did you even bring it up?
Actually, I'm not sure. I reckon I just wanted to boast a bit, seeing as you're a lawyer and all that.
So, have you found the thief already?
Aye, and it cost a few people their good reputation.
Their reputation? Not their heads? Curious. So it was more of a conspiracy than a theft, was it not?
Exactly.
Yes, that is the most common course of such a crime. An ordinary person could hardly have found his way through all the regulations and controls. In the end, some smart and high-ranking person is bound to have been involved. After all, if a fool steals, he is caught immediately. and there is then no need to investigate anything.
He's talking too much. He's going to get himself in trouble. But he didn't spill too much on information he's been holding.
Tell me, what was King Charles like? I've heard he was a powerful and just ruler.
Yes, he was smart enough to surround himself with capable people. You can tell how wise a man is by looking at his friends, my lad.
Interesting.
And Emperor Charles of Luxembourg was friends with poets, philosophers, bishops, and even the Pope himself. He sought to maintain the status quo and consolidate the power of the Church as his greatest ally. And that was his biggest mistake.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
That the end justifies the means, and the Church became quite rich thanks to Charles. Monasteries and bishops have acquired huge estates, and the nobility and the burghers are green with envy. Mark my words, this will not end well. There will soon be another war.
It's not like the current one is over.
Compared to what is coming, this is a mere shoving match. Believe me, when the Church gets involved, the struggle for the very soul of every man will begin.
Okay, so we're getting some background on history here, I guess, mostly, and sort of the balance of power in the area, which Henry may be able to use in the future. We'll see. But I think that ends the conversation with this guy, though.
Take care. Have a good evening.
And you, good sir. Oh, they're still stuck at the door.
God be with you.
The ins and the outs.
Greetings to you.
Okay, go around me. Yeah, that's it. Time to break out the torch.
Praise God.
So actually, I'm supposed to be searching for the standard here. Get distracted by that guy. You know, Yackers and Flash, find the stolen standard. That sounds hard for me to say. I'm supposed to look for the stolen stripes Tony's minor standard. Foreman Block thinks it was the miners from the All Saints Shaft who stole the standard. And these scenes, they meet in the den under the tavern. Time to get sneaky, I guess. This could be here, which is a lockpick issue, because I don't have the skill to get into a hard one. Or okay, that's the main hall, and this is the storage outdoors. Okay, that wasn't helpful. I don't think that's the way down. I wonder, can I climb these? If I can get anyone to run up. Wonder if that's like a secondary way in behind. Here I am casing the place again. The inn rooms are up above. I think I have slept here before. No, nothing in here. Must be behind that locked door, so probably to enable me to get down there I had to pickpocket someone, which is a skill that I've not practiced in this game at all. So I'd probably want to save the game before I try it. And odds are the innkeeper has the keys. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting in that. If I go up here, what'll happen? Someone will yell at me? Yep.
So, it's you.
Get yelled at for trespassing. And there's a... Oh, I can't remember. I haven't done pickpocketing at all. So I can't remember. Oh, there we go.
Better not forget about that council assembly.
Okay, good. Oh, is that tonight? Oh shit. This is not good. I didn't think they'd push the timeline on me that fast. Stuck in the mud. I still don't have the waiter's outfit. Check the map here in a second. I turn the corner. Trying to remember the name of these this architectural feature too, where there's like a breezeway. It'll come to me. A cool design to keep the elements off of people. Map. Okay. Oh, it's way up there. Okay, maybe I'll do that first, and then try to. Yeah, maybe I'll follow the alphabet for once. Do C first, then D. Alphabet, don't let me down.
Come and see a swindler, a butcher who shamelessly cheated his neighbors and sold them rotten meat.
Someone's being bad.
Come and take a good look at him. This villain is guilty of using faulty scales.
So the certificate is basically this guy's papers to security papers to get him into the event. Here. Ooh, yelled that again. Almost there, next door. Are you the guy? No. Oh, there's another tavern here. Herdsman. Alehouse. Lady. Slife. Ah, there he is.
My God, what's taking so long?
Pronta.
Good evening. What do you need?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Oh, right. I have to challenge him. His ego. Yes, yes.
The thing is, that job is just my thing. And a fella could easily disgrace himself in front of the king. Do you feel up to it?
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Now what should I tell him? I just go straight up, I think, and offer to pay for his position.
Let me put it another way. How much do you want for your place?
Finally, some sensible talk. But it won't come cheap. When I count it all up, new clothes, wages, a backhander to get in there at all, not to mention the coin I'd make in other places if I could say I served the king of Hungary.
1,000? That seems a bit much. But we need it, so I guess we have no other choice. I could try one of these other methods, like I think that might talk him down in price a bit, maybe? Yeah. But there's also some risk to it. It's a medium, I think medium chance. They changed around the way these options work, and I don't know if medium is kind of an overall category for the chance of me pulling that one off or not. It lists a little hard up above this, lists like the skill level for that particular thing, and I can't remember what that means either. But anyway, we'll try just paying them. Go straight up.
All right, here you are, you daylight robber.
To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
I'm not gonna lie.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right, all right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not. God be with you and have a pleasant evening.
All right. Successful. Somewhat. Just gave away 1,000 groschen, but the way it goes sometimes. So, the report for duty. So I have to head not too far. Back the way I came. The head butler. Find my way out. And south. Okay, good, good. Hope I have a place to change there. I know, but I'll get the outfit set up before I go there. Just wonder why. I'll get rid of my blacksmith outfit for now. Hat. Fancy coat. Why'd that knock my hat off? And what are those? Very nice hose. Three. And boots, I guess. He didn't give me boots. Oh, I can wear my noble boots. They're too fancy, though. And we'll go back to this for now. I think this was the way in. This guy, Major Domo, that would be the one. Probably should change first. Let's do that. Now that I'm out of the shit, I can change. Better.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He's sick.
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
I'm gonna go straight up with them, see how that goes.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble, so the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right.
Okay.
Sir Adam of
Nothing for
Zarzhitz
Adam.
stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Stay in the background.
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something.
Correct.
Yes.
The councillors have a lot to discuss,
Can
and
do
they
that.
certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Except for Adam.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it. Right?
Absolutely. Know what I need. I think I got it. No pressure. Just save before this.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Here we go. Serving a we go. Oh. Oh shit. Okay. I guess I'll order wine. Either white. Okay. Takagi is white. Monastery is red. Okay, we can ask them to repeat if necessary. Oh, there's going to be like a skill testing thing here, isn't it? So on the table in the corner of the room, you find 2 pitchers of wine. Take the one the guest wants and pour it and walk to his table with the pitcher, chat with the guy, blah, blah, blah. After serving the guest, you return the pitcher or wait to see if the next guest wants the same wine. Careful not to let guests wait too long or pour them wine they didn't order. Repeated delays or mistakes will not be tolerated. All right. Rupturing memory test. I'm in the corner.
Our current Waffen arsenal is a joke.
Wine.
And on top of that, the army was requisitioned from it.
pour me some Takai.
Should the town reserve have worse weapons than
Okay,
any
see a
Heuber
hand.
in the domain?
Takai's red. Takai's white.
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hennig, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher.
Are you deaf or something? Why?
Hand cannon.
White.
Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a
Okay, yeah.
gunsmith.
Do I have to aim
What are
this?
you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that
Boy,
they had them.
are you deaf or
Herrgott.
something? Why?
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
Thank you,
And
Rita.
Herr König surely knows this too.
Wait, that's the... Oh, it wasn't Adam.
it, Eldris? You smell a deal.
Back to the corner.
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize
Oh.
what Schwierigkeit
I'm sorry.
this is.
I wasn't paying
The Dry
attention.
Devil is running free. There are Raubricker everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and
That's
you
the
want
Mint
to
Master.
defend yourselves with a
Waiter,
few rusty
get me
helmets.
white.
White.
And who is
Got
it
it.
you want to fight? Exactly.
Oh, nothing for him.
King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Come on.
I'd like to oblige,
The
but
king can arrive at any moment.
This is
What have he
unbelievable.
heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed
my
to
corner.
defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
And a
You can always confiscate
Takai,
the
Takai,
property of
Takai.
king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the Jämmerlich
Takai's
state
white.
of our
Monastery's
army.
red.
And the king
Who said that?
is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the
Hey,
taxes.
where's my
The
wife?
king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
Yeah, this guy.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around.
Well,
We can
thank
always
the
ask
Lord.
the king to bring
Wait,
order
2 for
to the
2.
realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and
Not red.
see what His Majesty
Red spilled.
thinks about the matter.
Red
Maybe
stain.
he can change his mind. If he likes.
Monastery, red.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Oh, I'm not supposed to listen.
I fancy some Tokai.
So,
I'm
the
not allowed.
cleanliness of the city is not what it should be.
I'm sorry,
The
sir.
current baths in the city
Orders
fall
from
far
above.
short of
This is
covering all the
unbelievable.
citizens' needs.
We've got 2 already. Adam also bought the new bathhouse on Hopbrink. Betty's out of business.
More
The
wine,
baths are nice.
Master Bailiff.
I hope Adam can keep them running.
Aye.
Oh,
But it's going
closer.
to take time to turn it into a decent
Where's the
establishment.
bailiff?
You'll also need
We'll
some
look
money
at him.
to run them.
Oh, there he is.
Then let him raise the prices. Those are...
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go
Okay.
and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Wishes to punish
Oi, oi.
the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the
I
city
get
clean is
out of here. Okay.
arguing
I have to go. Oh, not far. Okay.
about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I'll run into the
It's
king.
only
I
a
know
waste
it.
of time because we're always arguing about the same
Wait.
thing.
Not at all. If you'd
Oh, it's
finally
here.
admit that it's a trifle,
Right here.
we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle.
Let's steal it.
Ever walk
Wait a
the
minute.
streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense. Next.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Trying to get me in trouble. This would be the place, it
We
seems.
serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nars's earthly paradise,
Nope.
everything would be free.
Not stealing from
Don't
the,
put words in my mouth.
the chapel.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree.
Oh, there it is.
What if the king heard?
Nice. Whose silver might this be?
So, did you find it?
I did. Oop.
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he
Waiter,
wants,
pour
as long
me
as he
red
does no
wine.
damage.
Red wine. Got it.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Just want to see.
I'm
Whoops.
incident.
Stabbed out.
You were there, weren't you?
Okay.
Monastery wine. Here.
Coming. If I don't tab out again.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours,
Well,
as
thank
I've
the Lord.
heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What
They're all
happened
good.
there?
They're all good.
Leave nothing out.
I don't like Ruthard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't
Just want to see.
Ruthard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself.
Waiter, I wanted monastery
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to it, and soon.
Bit of waiting.
Thank you, waiter.
You betcha.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of
I
lying?
fancy some Tokai.
Those are strong
Alright,
words,
white
my friend.
wine.
Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really
You wanted
happened?
that?
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the
Boy, are you deaf or something?
Ruthard and I
Wine,
had a little
white.
disagreement,
Sir?
but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved.
Well, thank the
I
Lord.
didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So
A weird little task, but whatever.
behind his own daughter's skirts.
Do what
As
you
if
gotta do.
it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have
I was
got
just
out
in the
of
council
order in
meeting last
town.
night, actually.
Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword fighting school brought this
Waiter,
custom to
get
us.
me
That
white.
German,
Wait,
Menhard,
got it.
is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself.
This guy.
And to accuse a swordsmaster...
Are they
of a
only
shred of
just
truth.
pressing the grapes for that
We're not some
Tokai?
old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by
Surprised he doesn't recognize.
And that's that.
Spanish, you hear me?
There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughing stock of the whole town.
He's yelling.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at
Refill,
us
sir?
all day
You think
long.
I come to the council
So
just to
what
nuzzle
if they have one
wine?
more
Come
reason?
here.
My words exactly. The town council is
Let's see.
squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
Yeah, I'll go get them. Okay. All good.
All right,
It's not far.
I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
Oh. Play along. This guy. Murals with wings. Okay. Find the gloves first. Oh, right here. Lamp's good. That's very nice.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
Okay, I'll start in this corner. 1. Start at the bottom layer and work my way up. 2. Probably all devils. I guess they could be angels. 2 so far. This is... Okay, I don't see any over here. Last Supper type stuff. Like I'm going to be good at reading this imagery. Okay, we'll go to the arches next. Let's see any in the sheet on this up here. Yeah, there's 1. 3. Oh, okay, and then all kinds of angels. Oh, wait a minute. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyone else? Oh wait, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to mess this up. 16, 17, 18. It's a bird. I don't know what that is. 19, 20. Anyone in here? Oh. Oh, I didn't count fast enough. Oh, come on. I don't have to worry about it now.
It's just a village with a monastery.
I'll have a cup
They are
of
going
white.
to Mokarol mining city.
White,
Why can't
got
we
it.
build faster? Hire more craftsmen.
I'm on it.
Start with
Where are
night
you?
shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war
Over here.
going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Boy!
Besides,
Where is my
I get
work?
the feeling there's
There you
something other than the welfare of the city behind your
Oh.
complaints.
About time.
Oh, you do?
Working me off my feet here.
And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes
Hey, boy.
over, my friend.
A full cup
Your
of
place is
monastery
at
wine.
least 2 steps
Monastery
behind.
Red coming up.
Swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me. You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you
Waiter,
bought yourself a
I
seat in this
wanted
council.
monastery wine.
How dare you?
This guy.
I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides
Good.
to the crown.
Now run along.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of
Watch.
ne'er-do-wells
Hope that wasn't
from
Adam.
Alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs,
Oh yeah,
of
put
course.
this down.
People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
some white.
Wait, got it.
This is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Boy,
Andrew,
are you deaf
okay,
or
he's
something? Wine. White.
Sir?
You got it, buddy. Nice hat you have there.
Thank you, waiter.
Oh. King's coming. I betcha. And it's one of the King's group that I'm most worried about them recognizing me.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
The King. Get out of the way, Henry. Uh-oh. It's one of the Tartars. One of the mercenaries. Oh no, he's speaking Hungarian. That's what that was. My apologies. It's Markvart. I don't know who the guy on the right is. The King's right. Uh-oh. That's you, Henry. Don't look at him. Don't look at him either. He recognizes you, you're screwed.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Oh, touched by the king.
Like this man of fights!
Uh-oh. I get wild. Raborsh is where Hans went. With a larger party. After Henry rescued him. Oh, that's the French guy. Oh, everyone's meeting here. I wonder.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock.
And you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
So we've actually flipped characters again. We're now blanking on his name. We'll get back to him, but we're this gentleman here, who's a rather rascally priest. He's quite a fighter as well. So Father, I can't remember his name. We'll figure it out in a second.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Gutenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they keep him mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
So this is interesting, yeah. Henry's kind of been put on pause at the king's address. And now we switched over to a different fort, and the party that Henry left behind when they parted ways. The Frenchman was one of the guys that was in the was being held captive with Hans, and he's a bit arrogant, and he's very French.
Who's
Those
that
aren't the same
French
thing.
fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Gutenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Fair enough. I'm just going to take a quick break here, and we'll continue the dialogue. Just have to top up my water, keep my throat from drying out, and so I'll be right back. One sec. So it came back to me. It's Father Godwin, which is a great name for a priest. I'll continue down the tree here.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Yeah, I don't know what Godwin's lineage is, but he obviously has some noble blood in him. Let's just see where we are on the map first. Ah, okay. Raborsch, okay. So northeast corner of the map, basically. And Henry's over here in Gutenberg. Doing his thing, so. Interesting fortress. I've been trying to spend some time exploring the artwork too, because they've done a great job with the visuals on this game. Medieval paintings and images and things are pretty cool. I don't know how rabbits get axes, but that's... Whoa. Kinds of bad things happening over here. Rabbits are taking over. Fish with legs. Some wine grow. I guess there's a wine growing area. They're putting hay away. The wildlife, the wild game. Well, that's I get the reference now, because we have the rabbit indicator that comes up here as a sort of playful way of indicating when there's trouble in the area, or when you're being searched for, or someone's seen you or spotted you. So the rabbits are the motif to make it all happen, I guess. Very nice. So there's a little village here, as well as the fort itself, with a nice moat. So we'll have to look at him too. The Godwin, yes. I think he only has the one outfit, yeah. Probably limited on what I can do with him in terms of getting him equipped and stuff, but he's got just a little bit of everything, and he's a good fighter. So we've seen him fight before. We have to meet. Who do I have to meet? So these ones are put on pause while we're switched over to Godwin. These quest lines. So Brabant, the French knight, I guess, and also meet the rabbi and his group. So that's an interesting assortment here. Conrad of Exeter. There's Hans. Where's Brabant? It must be outside. Oh, John of Liechtenstein. It's quite a simple fortress. It's just a big rectangle. Some of the nobles. Dry Devil. She's plucking a fowl. I didn't see them inside, but maybe I missed them. I got a bed here too. That's good enough. Yeah, I did miss them. Unless they're on the first floor. I didn't check in here. Group on that side. Jishka. We'll check. We haven't met him yet.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Did I tell you about that today?
He's over here. Guard. Grabbing some food.
But not at the cost of their heads or their property.
Okay, I'll try it again up here. Hans, Samuel. Oh, that's the rabbi. Okay. Samuel's the guy we met in the Jewish quarter in Gutenberg as well earlier, who tried to kill us. As Henry, not as Godwin. Keeping track of all the names in this game is also a trick, but this should be interesting.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
We actually had a pretty good introduction to the Jewish quarter in the city earlier. It's interesting the way the game steps you through some of the cultural aspects of life then. How different communities work together and worked apart, worked against each other, you know, the usual human condition of finding ways of driving wedges occasionally and highlighting differences when the opportunity arises. It's been with several different cultures and communities as well, so it's been very interesting. Most games don't take these sorts of sociocultural reviews of things to this depth, so it's been interesting to see.
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
It's his
My
father.
daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel
Wow.
is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Interesting. So both Samuel and Henry have similar sort of backgrounds in that way. And they almost killed each other too to start it all off. But did Godwin drink? I can't remember why he wouldn't. I don't know if he turned another leaf after he got out of escaped his imprisonment or not. But
Good
yeah,
health.
I can't remember it.
L'chaim.
Okay. Drink with our Jewish friends. And now we have to find our French soon-to-be friend. Where is he? He's not armed up, regard. Noble. Conrad. Noble. It's over here. Surprised we don't hear him by now.
It's not that I didn't want to, but understand
Retired.
my absence from the city council would have serious...
No.
Innkeeper, that beer?
There he is. Let's go see who this is first. Oh, the Margrave Jobst. Okay. He's a mover and a shaker in the big scheme here. All right. Get ready for some French.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Not sure what a Frenchman's doing in Bohemia, but he might tell us later. I know he was defending Kuttenberg. I'm not sure why.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
Okay, so we'll do some background on him.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Kuttenberg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Really? Move back and forth a little.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
Maybe.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah, find out more about his poetry. We're trying to get to know this guy, so.
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Takes it very seriously. I won't do that because that'll just challenge his ego. So I'll go with where have you been?
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Okay then. All right, I'll push this one.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly but surely.
Okay. We've done our meet and greet. Now the meeting convenes, I believe. These are...
Dear friends
which
and
we'll find out in a minute.
allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Some disagreement.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
All right then. So this is one side of the civil war, basically. Sigismund is the king of Hungary, and they're on the side of King Wenceslas, who's was the first king of Bohemia until Sigismund came up to challenge him. And that's how Henry got involved very early on, because the King Sigismund raided and destroyed his village and killed his parents in front of him, and kind of set us off in this direction. I don't know if we'll go back to Henry now or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see as this slowly loads. Where do we go from here? This is taking too long. I'm wondering if it's hung up. Let me see if I can click on it. Yeah, maybe. I'll just give it another minute. I don't have the little blue spinning wheel of death yet, so. Anyway, appreciate everyone dropping in on me tonight. Weird kind of Tuesday night stream, but sometimes you take them when you can get them. I had enough energy left today to at least do a few hours. Okay, this is now taking too long for sure. So I might have to see if I can minimize it. There we go. I think that's... I'll switch it to be right back, and I'll restart the game, and then I'll do just that. I'll be right back. I didn't lose anything. Hopefully this will bring us back not too... We haven't rolled back too far. That's what I'm counting on here. Should it... The two meetings that we just had with the Jewish contingent and our French friend, when we completed those quests, it should have saved at that point. So maybe we'll just have to replay the argument scene, then we'll go from there. Fingers crossed. Oh, okay, so I have to meet them again. That won't take long. Didn't save right after that. All right, so I'll power through these meet and greets.
Such rare guest. I'm Godwin.
Peace.
How do you know?
It's not, and we are both. I'm Yehu, and this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all? Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they...
Okay. Try this.
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer?
Everything in good time, Samuel.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that
jumping ahead a little bit.
You could have paid mercy.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, but for a young stripling, he's been through plenty. He was supposed to become a blacksmith.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered
Jump.
another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other men.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did.
A person can't choose their parents. And
enough.
Okay.
I'd rather have a drink.
On to drinking.
Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Okay, cheers.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Okay. One meeting down. Meet up with our French friend. Looking out the window. Very French-like way. Oh, yeah.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arretz. I am a warrior, a traveler.
So.
Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non.
Okay. So I won't ask them to recite poetry this time.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
I'll do the same.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it
That needs some explanation.
Oh, misère.
Indeed we have that.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhand. Do tell me about it.
So we'll go with Kosovo again.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
The Lord moves in this...
Okay. We'll do this one.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, and if you are interested in my greatest deed...
Okay, all the greatest
chance
things.
know the Pope, personally.
Which one do you mean?
Alright, he knows everyone. Try
How
this.
come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. And my great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There...
Not sure why that matters, but we got some reputation with him. That's good.
You say you're a poet?
Oh no, I'm just gonna do this.
A verse or two to
No, he's offended.
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Yeah, calm yourself there, friend. Alright, time to yell at each other. So we're gonna skip all.
Well, that went just as expected.
There we go. Okay, we're past it.
Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Alright.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those three on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Let's get some background on the three of them. So I'll have to do some diplomacy. I guess that would be the function of the day.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Bocek.
Bocek of Kultstad. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Okay, how about Haman?
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
And lastly,
Anna of Waldstein. A widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Okay. Let's just go forward.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Let's choose that.
Success to our plans.
All right. We got a save game in there, so that's we got 3 people to talk to, and it's all about diplomacy today. I think I'll start with Bartosz. I don't remember what. She's gonna go right through me. Okay. Noble. Conrad. Hans. Noble. Anna. Okay, we're coming back at Anna. Okay, you're in the way.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek.
Haman.
And he's a great
Okay.
lord.
That's hard.
Odorin. French guy. Aid. Jobst in the corner. Okay, can't find this one guy. Haman and Odorin. Where's Waldo's thing going on here?
Mein Gott, wo liegt das Problem?
Let me check them out. One of them's being sneaky. We'll check. He should be on my right somewhere behind me.
Was ist denn los? Ein Bier bitte.
Bier bitte. Yeah, no guards. Okay, so I think he might be down below because I don't see him anywhere up here.
Prost, meine Freunde.
Stop moving around too. Okay, that's the French guy. Jobst. Oh, he's still getting wine. Okay. Go down below. Conrad. Oh, he's slow walking up the stairs. Another drunk. Could be down here. They out here. Dry devil. Radzig and Anush. Map check. I'm way off now. So she's at the far end of the building. Let's check in Haman. Okay, maybe we'll start with her then. There she is. The good widow.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Wow, she is good.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine, and beneficial deals.
Don't know why I lost reputation there, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, beneficial deals. Okay.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Play by their 3 options here. Go with a slight bit of praise.
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on 2 fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Haman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your
Oh,
proposal.
good lord. I don't know if I should pry into the documents themselves. She'll say it's none of my concern. I could take somewhat of an offense to it or I could just make this kind of claim. But I don't know what... okay. I'll pry a bit.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
Okay. It's some background, but didn't really move the needle. Oh, God. Not ready for that one. Okay, well, a few more questions.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
Okay.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
Start with her then.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odoran's groom has eyes everywhere.
Okay, so that means I gotta sneak, I think. Let's go see where it is. Crowd noise is getting to me anyway. Okay, perhaps down here. Map will tell me too, but it's always on the stairs. Yeah, down in the far corner. That probably is the groom in the middle there. That guy.
What brings you here?
What? Just having a look. Okay, that's... He doesn't want me anywhere near the horses. I don't know whose horse is whose. Henri? That's probably the French guy's horse. Horse? Who could be anyone's horse? Cabalus. Bibiana. And that one doesn't have saddlebags. I don't see any with saddlebags. I wonder what's in here. Is there
What brings you here?
Okay, calm down. Maybe there are horses in here. Oh, you can't get a horse in that door. What am I saying? He doesn't want to talk.
What brings you here?
Maybe he does.
God bless.
Oh, I can bribe him. Oh, he's only got 88.
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get thirsty.
Not really. What of it?
Alright, I'm playing dice.
Shall we roll some dice? I'm sure you can take a little breather, eh?
Well, all right. Just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over there.
Okay, which table? Over where? Oh, it must be in the middle. That doggo. Which table? Oh, over here. By the sad dog.
Aren't those dice sad that you're just letting them sit there? I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Alright, see how we do today. So 5s and 1 score higher. We're trying to, or runs. And I think it's 3 of a kind too. Let me just check that again. Yeah. Choosing dice, blah, blah, blah. Scoring is on page 2. The 3 of a kind are the big scores. Yeah, you get 100 for a 1, 50 for a 5, and then it's runs after that. there's a joker involved. And so it's three or more of a kind. 6 pages. Oh, the badges. These are things that can improve your gameplay. I don't think I have any of those. And he doesn't have much in this roll. You got 2 pairs, which are nothing, and a 1, so I'll hold the 1 and then roll again. So I would score and continue in this case. Hope for something better here. So I'll hold 5 and try one more time. Not very much. So score and continue.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Bust.
What can you do?
Yeah. All right. He's looking like me. Oh, a couple 1s. Oh, yeah, he did okay there. If you hold on that.
That'll do me. Roll.
Okay, it's 2 5s and 1. That would, I think that equals. That's a little bit less than him. That's 200, I think. But I'm not going to risk another one. We'll take the points. Yeah. Yeah. Be one of those guys.
All right, that'll do.
Oh, shit.
It's yours.
I didn't do well with this one. Okay, just let me see what that scores.
Good day to you. And with you?
I'm going to take those points and hopefully he busts on this one. Anyway, we lose a little money, that's okay.
Yeah.
He needs 500. Shit, he's got it.
Excellent! And the money goes to me.
Jesus Christ.
Is he going back to his spot? Oh, he is. He's going to wash up. I still don't see saddlebags anywhere. Oh, wait, there's saddlebags? Inspecting the horse just gives us stats, usually. Yeah. Oh, Pipian is his horse. Okay. If he'll talk to me.
What brings you here?
Try playing another game with them. I don't know if this is going to make any difference or not.
Shall we have another round?
Well, all right, but just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over there.
Let me check this little mission again. Saddlebags. I don't know how I even figure out which horse is his. I would assume it'd be one of the ones on this end where his groom is, but saddlebags here, but I don't see any way to access them. I don't know what's in here. A quick look while he's waiting for me. Ah, that's how. Is he gonna come running over? Oh, here we go. Okay, we did the thing. Clever ruse. I'll play a game with him just to...
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
Try to win our game back too. Oh, look at that. 3 6s and a 5. We'll stick with that. That's 650 to start. Oh, come on.
Like this.
He keeps rolling because he's on a roll. He really is. Damn, he almost won with one hand. Oh, 3 1s. That's nice. And a 5. How close does that get me? We're in. Okay. 1 apiece.
Good game, friend. The money's yours.
I don't think we bet on anything, but okay. Job done. Lither my way back upstairs. Talk to Anna. Done deal. I don't think it was at any cost to the guy, but well.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
Very well. I don't think we have had too much to drink yet.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Let's see if we get the little tipsy indicator here in a minute. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit. He's doing okay, though. He's an experienced drinker. And so, who is next on our hit list? It's Liechtenstein. Guys that hanging out by the keg. Oh, you go ahead. No, after you. Jobst. Adler. And who's the other one? I've already forgotten. Let's see who's left. Oh, Bocek, who I can't find. Noble. Nobody. Maid. We'll take care of the one we can find. Amina Adler, who we just had her hands in his pack.
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them.
Hilarious.
Well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
They're Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize.
Oh, that's his father. Okay.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Okay.
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
Okay. And set foot here. Okay. Well, taking a little bit of opposition either way, so we'll go with the exaggeration.
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor.
Oh boy.
If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a
Oh
duel.
boy. I can't remember who Christopher is. Maybe this is the first time we've met him. Go with the way of peace, my son.
We've never met.
Okay, we haven't met.
We have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight.
Alright, we have some combat.
Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out, you'll see.
There's two sons fighting against each other.
We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Look in my eyes, not at my sword.
Yeah, fuck
That will
you,
do.
Christopher. Oh, put it away. Okay, first blood. That was the honorable duel part of it. I should wash up. That went fairly well. If I keep myself covered in blood, it'll affect my way people interact with me. So it's best to clean up a bit. Oh, he taught me quite a lesson, Father. I'm not talking to me now. Oh shit. How's he doing? Yeah, a little bit of a thing. Still can't find that other guy though. Oh wait, that's just a curtain. No, it's a... Well, it is a curtain, but I should be able to get to the room there. It might be just a window like this though.
I'll be right with you.
Alright, let's have a look one more time. They should both... So Christopher and Bocek. I don't know where Bocek is. Under the bed? We'll talk with Christopher though. Maybe we can make up a little bit.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder?
Very much.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Very well.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Okay, good. I just have to find the guy that I can't find. Oh, wait. Great jacket.
One beer.
French guy. Okay, by the map. Bocek should be like right under my feet. Maybe he is downstairs. Father. Quinlan will speak, but so we'll see what he has to say. Interesting, okay.
Sir Quinlan, I haven't yet had the pleasure.
You're Godwin, aren't you? I've heard about you from Martin.
Oh dear.
Have no fear. I know Martin well, and I know he's prone to exaggeration. Anything I can do for you?
Let's start with the rabbi's offer.
What do you think of the rabbi's offer? The Kuttenberg Jewish community is large, and their support could change everything.
Or nothing. To be honest, I've no idea what to expect of the rabbi's offer.
He said he was interested in an alliance, though, didn't he?
Aye, but still he must be aware that whatever happens, it won't change the lot of his people.
So you don't trust him?
And isn't it natural? It's not just faith in the walls of their quarter that separates us. They live in our city, but they're more foreign than the Germans or the Hungarians.
Okay.
I expect you know Lady Anna of Waldstein well.
Why wouldn't I? She's joined at the hip with my daughter Rosa.
I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here. I've heard she's a bit of a thorn in the side for some of the gents here.
To her own relatives, certainly. But I'll tell you one thing. I knew her husband Wenzel, and he married her out of love. And I cared for him devotedly till the day he died. And it wasn't a quick death.
So it's not true what they say? that his demise was convenient for her.
Vile slander. People just can't forgive her for coming into a fortune as a young widow.
Will you support Margrave Jobst's plan?
That depends on what it is. If he decides to just wait, then no. I can't take that risk any longer.
Do you think we should look for help somewhere else?
I came here for one reason alone. To hear a plan of attack against Sigismund. If Jobst doesn't lay one out before me, I'll try and find someone more courageous. God be with you.
Okay, interesting. Still haven't found my guy I'm looking for, but okay. To you, madam. Talk to these guys. They're giving me extra information, which might be helpful here.
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Wächter. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace me.
We've got quite a bit in common, wouldn't you say?
More than you think. If my memory doesn't deceive me, you serve as a parish priest. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with Martin.
Served. That's in the past.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master, I was a priest. I was even being groomed to become a bishop.
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily hatched plots against Sigismund.
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs demands quite a secular approach.
Do you think you might get your position as Mint Master back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it tooth and nail.
Are you going to support the Margrave's proposal?
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure against the king is noticeably growing in Kuttenberg, but if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Good, good. And again. Okay, and Anna. You must be downstairs.
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
They're trying to do one thing and one thing only.
Just
line their pockets.
boat check. There we go.
They remember well how the burghers in Moravia fared in the last war.
They were on the wrong side. And wasn't it the lords of Kunstadt who got the most out of it?
You said it yourself. It was war back then. Now we're allies.
Allies?
Okay, I'm gonna break into this.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Jobst comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
So this is the guy that plays it safe all the time. So he needs a very rock-solid plan to convince him. So we know there's some more money coming. That might help.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics, then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it, then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece.
Yitka.
If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Oh, Lord. I'm gonna say me. I'm not gonna say Hans, so Liechtenstein, maybe. Let's try that.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party.
Oh.
Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a
True.
pawn to blackmail both of us.
Okay, we'll go Capon.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Hey.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our lives.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Oh boy. Hans is definitely not going to want to get married. But Hanush may be able to convince him. This should be interesting. Come on, Cookie.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Hanush is down here. I'm going to take another quick break and I'll be right back and we'll see what Hanush has to say. We flipped characters earlier in the game too, so we switched to Godwin for a little while. It's an interesting kind of way of telling a story as well, is to see a couple different points of view moving through the conflict and the circumstances. And let's see what Hanush has to say. Have to interrupt them as well.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
How to present this. This will be one way.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that?
With who? With the niece of Sir Butchek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yidka.
Butchek of Kunstadt? The Butchek of Kunstadt?
That's right. We're marrying up.
Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him
Oh, boy.
myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
He's getting drunk.
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parlaying skills.
Okay. So we're still only a little drunk. What was my potions that I had there? The marigold is good for... Oh yeah, for hangovers. Good one. Good one for Godwin. So we've cleared some hurdles here. I think we have to, we have to go back and tell Bocek that Hanush has agreed. Hans is not going to be happy. Hans is going to have a bad day. Probably take it out on on Godwin.
Well, I guess we think they'll be pleased to see you.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yidka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yidka and the unhappy Lord Caitlin.
Here's to a good bargain.
Right.
I can't even take a piss without scratching my balls all bloody. Like I'm invisible or something.
What? Sometimes you overhear the strangest things in this game. Okay, Liechtenstein.
But maybe you were right. It was probably not the best idea to gather all the lords under one roof.
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margrave. But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet.
Okay, button.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story. I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords.
Okay. Everyone's done some good work here. Wait till Hans hits the roof, though.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects, not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa
There we
and
go.
Kronstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
He's gonna faint.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Oh, poor Hans. Interesting. I don't know if we switch back to Henry yet. Hopefully it doesn't catch up again on me. Oh, good. Next cutscene.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
Uh-oh.
So you see, all you have to do is make
Eric
sure the
Sebastian.
city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed.
Okay, so
You don't go anywhere, boy.
no.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them?
He's got the inner circlement treatment here.
False flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm.
What's he drinking?
Boy, pour us a monastic wine.
Monastic.
The monks had a good year.
On it.
We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
This is the guy that killed Henry's parents.
Brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think
My way.
Job's just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
All right.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret.
Upon outlet. I guess Henry did a good job serving because the king kept them behind.
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
Best waiter ever.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh.
Oh.
Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of them.
White it is. White.
Quickly. If Raposh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's talking about
Splendid idea.
the finger of God,
Be necessary.
which is a cannon.
Councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
Huge siege cannon.
Enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us?
What?
So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
Yeah.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Way to play along, Henry. Switching back. Can't go for too much longer. Closing in on midnight. But we'll see what happens here. There will be a battle soon. Oh, someone's a little fuzzy. Let's sing a song. Oh, we have a choice. He's gonna behave and not sing to the bust he made.
It's too much for a man to take. Even men of faith are cowering, faced by evil overpowering.
Sword is purely ornament. But that is about to change. The defense of Göttenberg.
Begging to be eaten.
I couldn't resist.
Who am I supposed to talk to?
Like I said.
Liechtenstein. Okay. We can celebrate with the other guests here.
Give me 100 knights in full armor.
How'd you like our wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and
Each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
Yeah, I think he's saying that he doesn't like our ones.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels! Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence.
You can't talk?
I'm filled with grief.
Oh, well.
Calling out, begging to be eaten.
Who else can talk?
I can barely stand.
Nope.
Man, just stand over that.
Leslie Liechtenstein. We'll get back to him.
You lost your hearing?
Oh, okay. We got.
Are you in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows. Touching. Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only, there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Alright, next task. A blurry. Check them out. Maybe I'll end after this little quest. Find a jug of wine and celebrate. So I keep. I wonder if I'm timed for this one. Jug of wine.
Wine on the table is a compelling argument in any debate going on around here.
Every craft of my enemy and adversary. May I not anger my God.
Praying behind the curtain.
The Lord Almighty.
Probably not with the guards.
You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And just stand over that.
And not like that poor son over
What are you doing? Oh, the oh.
Get it, Father.
Uh-oh. I have to talk to Hans. Maybe not. Oh.
Whatever. Fuck it. See? You talk exactly the same as our holier-than-thous.
Barely hear him.
But I didn't ask for a wife. I wanted to prove that I was worthy of the name of my house. And a reputation. Travel the world. And maybe later, one day,
But they could have at least asked me. What if she's some ugly monster?
Okay, I'm gonna leave these two alone. Heart and drool over each other. That's not looking good.
You're talking bollocks. Once the ob's raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
Okay. I wonder where the wine is. Maybe outside.
Not a bad one. But it's more
Let me through it.
for a hunt. No use at all for battle.
Wine down here. Roast beast.
You're wrong. In a battle, your life depends on your steed. Some easily spooked pony is the last thing.
Oh, Jesus. It's not a view we need.
Gracious, you couldn't think of a fancier name?
The ladies, the ladies. That guy's still guarding the horses.
And let's drink to the future of Lady Yitka. May her marriage to Lord Caden
Oh, there's
bring her
a couple of big players.
They're young. They'll have plenty of
They must
time
have good
to
wine.
cultivate that happiness.
Well, the groom isn't looking too happy at the moment.
Chat with them.
How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanush? Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that?
All hail Jobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger. I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at least discuss with Hanush where the wedding will take place?
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course. It's the pride of our family. We can fit in 3 times more people than here, and that still wouldn't be much.
Ah, but there are 2 castles in Ratai. I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Ratai? Well, I ought to look into that then.
But deal with him yourself, though. I won't be your gent's messenger anymore.
Have you ever thought about getting married again? It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I interpret this question?
In the simplest terms, I'm offering you a business deal without any ulterior motives. I am far too old for some
Landlord.
sentimental courtship.
I don't know where that's going. Yeah, some of that too. Nobles playing dice. Oh, where would this... So it's basically somewhere within the castle. Who's the lady's gonna talk? Yeah, we'll talk. This should be entertaining as well.
Good evening, my esteemed lady. I haven't yet had the opportunity to make your acquaintance.
No matter. I know who you are.
Uh-oh.
Although Martin hardly spoke of you, from what I heard, I could conjure up a pretty good picture.
Sure.
Would you kindly introduce your 2 companions?
This is Lady Christina, second wife of Lord Biniak of Nostitz. She's standing in for him here today.
Nice to meet you, sir.
How come your husband didn't come?
Because he's been rotting for nearly a year in the king's captivity.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Hmm.
Lord. I pray that God
Rach.
shall return him to you soon.
I've been praying for it since
Have a
the
good
day I got word.
have a good lurk, Maz, too. Sorry I missed that.
Perhaps worldly powers will come to our aid once the promised army turns up.
Oh, she's back.
Hopes.
I'm far too into the dialogue here. Yeah, you don't want to know about the bathhouse mess. It's a little bit sordid. No, I don't think we're gonna go somewhere. Sal with 3 L's.
What's your opinion of the outcome of today's assembly?
That it's about time. Although at the onset it looked like everyone here would carry on arguing like fishwives at the market. But in the end, it seems the agreement arrived at will bear fruit.
I'm not gonna have Godwin hit on her.
It's been a pleasure, my lady.
And this here is Lady Helena of Deliverance, my niece and ward.
God be with you, sir.
Please excuse her. This is her first time at such a large gathering.
You're fortunate, miss. Your aunt sets you a good example. And I'm sure she won't leave you to the mercy of the gentleman present.
Yes, Lady Matilda has always kept a close eye on me.
And I know what I'm doing. Don't think I'm not aware of how some fellows look at you.
Okay.
Are you well acquainted with our hosts?
Only a little. Sir Martin Odderin and his son have been to visit at Lady Matilda's on several occasions.
They come to me for advice on selecting horses. If it hadn't been for me, that mule he's bragging about to everyone here would have cost him twice as much.
I'm not gonna do the chat in private thing. That's gonna lead to trouble.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Ma.
Okay. Very well behaved of him tonight.
It's been a pleasure, dear ladies.
Think of a fancier name?
At least you can tell by the name that the horse is immensely valuable.
Still can't find this pitcher of wine that I'm looking for. That just a goblet of wine. Just knocked me out of the way.
Looking at him closely, I reckon
These that's not me making the noises, by the way. It's the game. Point that out. The goblets of wine. I need a pitcher. Just in the corner. They weren't here earlier, but I don't think they're here anymore.
Once Yobs raises an army, he'll shit himself and run back to Hungary.
Alright. Okay, they're still there. These guys are still here. The guards. I wonder if there's anything down here. Looks like a picture, but I can't grab it. It's also a picture. Alright, there we go. See a little more. Fresh out of ideas. Now I'm running out of territory to explore. Be here. Potion. I don't want to drink the wine. The hell is he eating? Take the wine. There we go. That's what we want. We can. Very steady. No, I don't want. All right. There we go.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Oh, cutscene? Yeah.
Now there's a piece of horse flesh for you, Rootard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn
Wow.
bull.
Sir,
They're a muscly horse.
there's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration.
Are you so sure?
Fox.
This is not.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Who the hell is that? Oh, that's fucking. What's his face?
Hey! Hey! Intruder!
Let's go, boys. I'll get a sword up in a minute here. There's Godwin. A little late, buddy.
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher
Oops.
can't make it on his own.
Christopher, where is he?
No, you don't. You got him! Nice, right.
Down you go, fucker.
Out there! Stand your ground! He wounded me badly!
Taking shots in the back.
Bleeding like a stuck pig! I'll get to pieces!
Ah, fucker.
Let him have it! Right! That's enough, you bastard! Now my turn! Hey, get him!
Ah, fuck.
Help me with him!
Cut two. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time. It's another one of these contrasts where you go from a big party and right into the middle of bloody combat. Very little segue. I just have to watch. I'm getting flanked on a couple of those, so I'm going to try not to get flanked this time. Hopefully it puts me right back into where we left.
Jesus!
Yeah.
The surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Okay, he's down.
I still can't quite do that.
Go down. Go down, you fucker.
I'll be done with you in a flash.
I'll beat you
Nice
to a
one.
bloody... One step
He won't.
back. Stand your ground!
Not bleeding, not bleeding. Good. Shit. Stamina. Stamina.
Are you waiting for me to do some more? Fuck that!
Okay. Jumped out of the... What the hell's that? Is it Henry? It is Henry. Wow. I'll never sleep now. So it was Otto von Bergau in the armor at the gate. Just one of the main nobles. I don't have a weapon. Where am I going? Oh. I'm on a horse. I don't have a weapon. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Now I have a weapon. Guess I could have rode in. I don't know who's going to be protecting the gate, though. What the hell's the... Way over here. Okay, here we go.
Nice strike! Oh, no, you don't. damn it! Go fuck yourself!
Where's he come from? I got another one on me.
Nice strike!
Two of them.
Take that!
It's a wonder you're still standing. Show
All
what
right.
you're made of.
More coming. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Too many, too many.
Fucking hell! Do it!
Stamina.
Let him have it!
Too many. I don't know. I'm supposed to get all. Oh. That's rough. That is very rough. Okay. So we got through the Godwin portion. I gotta figure out how to get Henry through this. Ooh, one more time. I'm gonna take the horse up to the gate. I might be able to ride right through them. Maybe I'll try that. Then join in with the rest. Right, let's go. Oh, change gear first. Luckily, I can do that right on horseback. Okay, let's see if I can smash through this. One way to go. They probably will pull me off the horse is the problem.
Take your ass off! Take that! Back up!
I'm not used to fighting on horseback. This through. We're through. We're through. What am I caught on?
Easy! Light him up!
Shit. Here. Not a good place to be on the ground. I got two of them on me. A horse blocking it? Nope. Got a guy. Ah. Okay, so don't get wedged in the wall. I almost pushed through with the horse. I wonder if there's another way up the wall. I don't think they put any ladders up or anything. This will be my last chance of this tonight. Okay, gear, switch. And wait. Consumables. Give myself a boost. Why not? This one. This one gives me stamina 30%, which will be helpful here. I don't have a hangover. Let's go. Just wonder if I should. I'm gonna try to fight my way across the bridge.
I'm just getting warmed up, you shit! Let him have it! Anger! Slice him up! Keep it up! I'm wounded! Hey, fuck that!
Stamina. Bleeding. My health's down to fuck all. Ah.
Show your
I'm
stuff.
gonna bleed out.
You won't get me. Come on then.
Hey, get him! Show what you're made of. You won't get
Him! He wounded me badly. That won't work. Nice strike.
you swine!
I'm gonna bleed out before I can fucking do anything here.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker. He's had it. Yeah, don't spare him.
That's Shishka.
You got it.
Oh.
Sign it.
Okay.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
That's brutal.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Volstein.
Ah.
She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
Okay.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first.
Guard
Ooh.
the walls until morning. If
Okay.
anyone shows up, I want...
I get myself healed up here before I bleed out after the cutscene. I might call it quits there for tonight too. That was quite a bit of excitement to finish off with. How many can I use? All 4. So took some wax to the head for sure. And I can take a potion to get my health back up a little bit. Oh yeah, my health is sitting at 4, so I don't know how I survived that last one. I was dropping back a bit and dropping back, and they were fighting their way out at the same time. And I delayed it long enough that I got lucky, and my friends on the other side took the battle to them, and was able to pull my ass out of it, basically. That will bring my health up a little bit.
To know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
Tiny bit.
That dry devil is as tough as old boots. If a horse fell on me, I wouldn't get up again.
They didn't even spare the animals, the butchers.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning.
What
Got my dog.
I don't know.
What is? It's mine.
Bolting out the gate.
Calm down a little bit. So we're gonna go talk to Sam and Liechtenstein, right? And then that's what I'll end up there. Break the news to these guys so they can form their own plan.
You did. But I still insist that it was necessary.
You wanted to talk to me?
I did. Because...
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Why are you even telling me this?
I thought you would want to know. Martin was raising you instead of being with Mother. And me.
I know what it's like. My real father rejected me too. I learned the truth only after Pa's death.
You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out. Quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I have to tell Liechtenstein, but then we'll set off right away.
Go and tell him, but hurry.
5 Darosh. I wish I were back at
Just,
Solomon.
Henry needs more health, but what can you do?
And it was an honor to stand by your side.
I'm
glad you did. Even though that old bastard was hardly worth it.
Where is he?
Don't mourn
There he
just
is.
yet. Did I say anything like that?
Should be down below. Dry devil by the fire. Where the horse fell on him, apparently. Oh. Prayers for the dead. There he is.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Samuel already knows. And he's ready to go.
In that case, we'll set off immediately.
I'm going with the rest of our people to Devil's Den. So don't leave me hanging, all right? Stay strong.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
We're bringing
I
Kubienka.
heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Okay. Somehow I just got my health back, so I'm not going to question that because I'm going to need it. But I'm probably going to wrap up here for tonight. See what time it is. Yeah, we're closing in on midnight. I didn't expect the battle to explode like that. But that's the way this game goes. So you go from peaceful or joyous celebration, and then you drop right into a pretty brutal hand-to-hand moment. So next time we'll ride down to Gutenberg and try to save our friends from their own slaughter that we just witnessed here, so, and help defend against. Alright, so okay, alright. We'll switch it over to the ending screen, and we'll call it a night. That was a good 3.5 hours. I appreciate everyone for dropping in tonight too to say hello. And some of those cutscenes, it's hard to talk through them. I'm trying to follow them along for clues on what I'm supposed to be doing first of all. But I don't really want to break the sort of cinematic side of it either. So appreciate you waiting through all that. Hopefully you're enjoying some of this as well. Then occasionally a bit of combat where I swear a lot and have to redo some things. And I'm probably almost biting the mic in half as I'm fighting, so all good fun. So let me see if anyone's up and running. Getting pretty late. I don't know if anyone's still up or not. I's doing some Phasmo. That's a thought. Yeah, let's go see how Sai's doing. She'll be up for a little while longer. Let's see if I can do this right. One second. So I might be back up later this week too. See how the week goes. I'm gonna take Friday off work, I think. And I definitely want to get onto this next sequence of the game. It'll be another harrowing battle, I'm sure. I'm glad I got my health back at least. So we'll go say hi. So say hi to Sai, and we'll see you all soon. And again, thanks for dropping in tonight. Really appreciate it. Be well.